Hey guys, welcome to today of course. I hope you liked the new logo and the intro. Please tell me what you think in the comments below as well. Today we're discussing really the DD detection nerf that we're getting with Bay, Swerski and Fragile Threat. Look me now as remaining the same, something to note. This is a game of me and the Paolo, and it's kind of relevant because the Paolo is actually not the best in concealment. 5.6 of my current build, the level my Bay is at. So yeah, in terms of detection, pretty bad when it comes to destroyers. It's one of the worst. I think the worst is Tashkent at 6.8 base detection, but Paolo isn't too far behind at 6.6. I thought this would be worth noting because you know, this is with 5.6 detection, which is really kind of bad when it comes to destroyers. Again, the Russians are a little bit worse, but it's worth noting. So while we're trying our best to predict what's going on, we do have an Okachev division mate here and Hannah Lenin support as well, so detection is an issue, but not too much of an issue since we have access to radar. Now, as you guys know, I'm assuming at least, Swerski is getting up. You spot the Shimikaze. Something to note with detection, guys. You know, he may be stealthier than us, but we're faster than he is, so we just caught up to where he's going. You know, worst thing he can do is keep us spotted and keep us trying to beat us. But if we're wily, we're quick, we can avoid most of that. So he actually got too close to us, and we actually spotted him. That is the advantage of being faster than your opponent. In the meantime, we did take a lot of damage from the spotting. Wichita is definitely a threat. He could pop his radar right now and keep us spotted, but we're pretty much sailing out of his radar range, so it's not going to make much of a difference. I think that's it. Does he get one more salvo off? He does. Can we duke that salvo? We take a little bit of splash damage. Okay. Let's repair the engine here and let's get over to that Shimikaze. So yeah, 1% Bay nerf, 1% Swerski nerf, and then a 2% what do you call it, Fragile Threat nerf. So our division mate here pops a radar. We pop our rolling smoke here. Oh no, he doesn't pop the radar. He's going to pop it now, I believe. Yeah, ask him to pop the radar now. And there we go. He pops the radar. And that is enough time for us to eliminate the Shimikaze, who is a stealthier boat than we are. Now, we had a bit of help, but he had plenty of help as well. I lost a lot of health in that engagement, and not a lot of it was from the Shimikaze. So we're going to cap this in peace, and we're using our rolling smoke for that. Bit of division play, and it's very useful here. Radar is a very effective tool for getting rid of destroyers, but as you can see, the detection has a big factor in this game here. Though with the help of radar cruisers, we eliminated that detection issue. So yeah, as I was saying, we're getting a 1% nerf for both the captains, and then a 2% nerf for Fragile Threat. And what it's going to really affect is the ships with the ships with worse detection, more so than the stealthier ships, because they have a larger margin for window. So what's going to happen to boats like the Paolo Emilio that kind of relies heavily on its detection? I have literally a 400-meter window to stealth torp. Now, I did the calculation, and my current detection for the Paolo Emilio is 5.5 kilometers. It says 5.6 there, but that's because these values are rounded up. Because it's 5.5, 5 is the rounding number, so you have it rounded up to 5.6. Now, with the nerf coming in here, my detection is going to drop down to 5.61. So I'm going to get 5.61. Still going to be 5.6 according to the screen there, but I will actually have a 60-meter increase in my detection. Now, 60 meters isn't much. It means I have a little bit less of a window. I have exactly 390 meters window. That's my window there, because it's 6.1, 5.61, so it's 390 meters stealth torp window for me instead of what I had before, which is a 5.55, which is roughly about 450 meters. So yeah, it's not that much of a difference, but it's going to be somewhat slightly noticeable, maybe. You know, I'll be spotted for like a millisecond more maybe, so that could cause some problems. But overall, not too big a nerf, and I think it's a good idea. So something to note though, this is what I'm doing with the ritual here. I'm using island cover. I think we'd still be safe, but it's always good to use island cover and stuff like this when your detection isn't as good. But yeah, as you can see, we've caught this ritual completely off guard, and we've used our stealth window and island cover, and that's something the DDs with bad detection need to really capitalize. Island cover, smoke screens, and if boat is sailing towards you, because if a boat is sailing towards you, you actually have a longer torp window, which means you have actually a bigger stealth torp gap. That's why you can actually stealth torp in a hotnik, even though your maximum concealment can only go up to 4.9. So, but you can definitely stealth torp in a hotnik, even with the pre-nerf stats, 4.69 kilometers on the hotnik. You can definitely stealth torp, because if a boat is sailing towards you at faster speed, they can sail into the torpedoes that normally wouldn't have the range to hit them. So using island cover and being smart like that idea can really get yourself really using your DDs to your max potential. The only issue with this nerf is it affects ships of bad detection more so than ships with really good detection. But it's very hard to nerf a certain class or certain ship, because it does cause a lot of tape issues, red tape issues, and reasonings, and it's not easy. Yeah, if you happen to be on watching that, listening to that Back to Port podcast, you can hear what they actually said, because Principal did actually comment in this saying he wanted to nerf the ships that were causing problems detection wise, but there's a lot of issues with that regarding why, stations reasons why, and all sorts of other red tape that you couldn't really talk about. We do finish off turpits here, by the way. Again, Paolo Emilio torps hit very hard. They're very hard to get hits off though, but we're going to do what we can. We've kept the middle objective here, and we've done some sizable damage to that turpits and that ritual. We are spotted by the ritual here, but we're going to pop our smoke screen here, and we're just going to farm him. He knows we're here anyway, at least I think he does. Oh, he damage controlled a single fire in front of a Paolo Emilio. Okay, moving on. That's what we were saying. Yeah, the detection nerf is good. It's a nice step in the right direction. Having higher concealment will mean the destroyers had to play a bit better, and it will help a little bit with the frustration that DDs tend to cause. Situations like this might become more common here. This, unfortunately, he could have avoided this, but no, he's going to take 2 torps, and you know how hard Paolo Emilio torps hits. There we go, that's straight going to kill him. So yeah, 135k, we've had a 7 torps, and we've got 3 kills under the bag, so we're doing pretty well. Again, what we're going to do here is we're just going to go for the cap, really. We could go for the turpits here, but since the turpits is running away, the best speed we're actually going towards him is at the minute 7 knots, because we're going 37. Assuming the turpit's going max speed away from us, he's going 30 knots, we're going 37, so we're only gaining him at 7 knots at a time of the net speed. So it's really not worth it. Something people need to know with fast ships, if a target is running away from you, you're actually not gaining too much on them. It's really quite slow. Like 7 knots is not that quick. But yes, DD detection, valuable, but we need to be careful and watch out for this. In terms of the game here, this is a pretty raffle stompy game here. There's other DDs melted like flies. We got rid of the Shimikazes here, and we did pull off our solo cap on the B point. Now moving on, just to guarantee the win with the cap on over here. Cap A, there we go. And after that, if we have time to get some fire or some damage on the turpits, it might be worth it. But he's running away so far away, it's no point. We're going to fire him, he's not going to shoot us, and even if he does try to shoot us, by the time the shells even get there, we'll get behind this island here. So, hey, we tried. 3 shatters, unlucky, but oh well. So yeah, that's pretty much what I was wanting to say about DD detection. It is valuable, it's a good step forward, but we need to figure out a way of affecting the higher stealth ships and not the lower stealth ships, because any further nerfs towards the higher stealth ships like the ones of really bad stealth, like the Paolo, the Tashkent, and maybe the Hotnik or something like this, Fletcher, these boats will suffer a lot more, and it'll affect them a bit more so than the Shimikazes, the Yadashis, the Yukikazes, the ZF6s, these boats that are having those insane detection numbers. Even with the nerf, the Shimikaze's detection is going to be 4.7, which is going to be insane. That's pretty crazy. Even with all the nerfs, 4.7 is still quite strong. But as the game goes on, this game here, we are capturing the objective. That's our second soul cap of the game, and we're just going to push forward and see if we can get a lucky shot, maybe set a single fire on the Turpus before he melts down by the oncomings on fire by either the Roma, the Okachov, or I think that's it. I don't see if there's anyone else close enough even in range for him. But yeah, that's pretty much what I'm saying here. The DD detection nerf is good, but any future nerfs need to be focused on ships with high stealth capabilities, because at the minute this nerf is fine. It's not much. I'm only losing 60 meters with this nerf on my Paolo Emilio, and I've got the stats here listed here in the description below, showing off all the values for Tashkent, Paolo, Fletcher, and Ohotnik, and then Shimikaze, which is one of the stealthiest boats in the game, I believe. So showing off those, you can take a look and you can see how much you're losing with the nerf and what the current detection values are. So yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed this video. This was a 3.5k Paolo game. Just show you that detection doesn't mean everything, especially in a division with a radar ship. As always, folks, have a wonderful day. I'll catch you next time, and bye for now.